Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my player ratings from Manchester United's 2-0 victory against FC Sheriff in the Europa League. So I'll start with David De Gea. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Wasn't tested much throughout the game. Moving on to Diego Dalot, I'm going to give him a A out of 10. Another good performance by him. He continues to improve week in, week out. You know, Dalot drew the penalty. He could have got an assist for that Bruno Fernandes chance. And I thought it looked very impressive going forward. Dalot is our first choice right back under Erik ten Hag. He was also our first choice right back under Ralf Rangnick. So reflecting on that, there's no way back now for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Moving on to Raphael Varane, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought Varane brought the ball out well from the back. He was very good defensively and looks very good from set pieces. Varane is one of Manchester United's first choice centre-halves. Varane and Lisandro Martinez complement each other very well in our back line. Moving on to Lisandro Martinez, I'm also going to give him a 7 out of 10. Another good performance by him. He's done very well since he signed for Manchester United. Revert back to the first game of the group against Real Sociedad. Lisandro Martinez got controversially penalised for a handball. It was never a handball. Manchester United did get robbed in that game. Moving on to Tyrell Malacia, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. You know, Tyrell Malacia is our first choice left back, so reflecting on that, there's no way back for Luke Shaw. Moving on to Scott McTominay, I will give him a 7 out of 10. An impressive performance by McTominay. I think he actually plays well alongside Christian Eriksen in the centre midfield. Christian Eriksen, he's going to get a 7 out of 10. Christian Eriksen did get the assist for the Jadon Sancho goal. It was a clever pass by Christian Eriksen to pick out Jadon Sancho. Christian Eriksen's done really well since he signed for Manchester United. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes did have a good chance in the game that produced a good save from the FC Sheriff goalkeeper. Moving on to Jadon Sancho, I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. He enjoyed a very good game. Sancho scored Manchester United's opening goal. It was a left-footed finish. That was Sancho's third goal of the season. You know, Sancho did score in the 1-0 away win at Leicester, and he scored in Manchester United's 2-1 win against Liverpool at Old Trafford earlier on in the season. Moving on to Antony, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Weren't a brilliant performance by him. You got to say, hasn't fully settled in yet. I don't think he was too good against Real Sociedad. But Antony played very well on his debut in Manchester United's 3-1 win against Arsenal. He scored on his debut. And Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Ronaldo did score a penalty. That was Ronaldo's first goal of the season, and it was Ronaldo's 699th career goal. Ronaldo could have had more than one goal because he had some other chances as well, but they went over the bar. Ronaldo played in the 1-0 defeat to Real Sociedad. Don't forget, that was Ronaldo's first start since like early August. Ronaldo scored against Real Sociedad, but the goal got disallowed for offside. Man United brought substitutions on in the game. We saw Casemiro come on. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Harry Maguire came on. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Garnacho came on. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. We saw Shaw come on in the game. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. And someone else came on as well. Anthony Elanga came on, and I'll give him a 5 out of 10. So that is your player ratings for Manchester United's 2-0 win against FC Sheriff. It was good to see Manchester United bounce back from that 1-0 defeat to Real Sociedad. It was a pretty good performance by Manchester United yesterday. Don't get me wrong, FC Sheriff did have their opportunities. As you all know, Manchester United had players missing. Obviously, there was no Marcus Rashford. Rashford's out until October. Marcus Rashford is set to miss the England games. But Ten Hag has said Rashford can make the World Cup squad. Wan-Bissaka, of course, didn't travel. There was no Martial yesterday because he's still out with injury. There was no Brandon Williams because he's still injured. And there was no Facundo Pellistri. But yeah, reflecting on the win against FC Sheriff, it was Manchester United's first win in the group stage. FC Sheriff, obviously, they're top of their league. Their manager is Stjepan Tumas. Manchester United were supposed to be playing Crystal Palace last weekend, but that game got postponed due to the Queen. And Man United were supposed to be playing Leeds this weekend, but that also got postponed. Quite a lot of games have been postponed. So Manchester United's next game is Manchester City, which is the 2nd of October. But Erik Ten Hag, like I've said, he's going to do a really good job at Manchester United. Ten Hag has won 5 games as Manchester United manager, and he's lost 3 games in all competitions so far. Erik Ten Hag is aware that he's got big expectations to exceed at Manchester United. You know, I think at Man United he will replicate what he produced at Ajax. He did very well at Ajax, because revert back to when he was the Ajax manager, he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals and he developed the young players well. You know, in a lot of games this season, you know, Ten Hag has kept Maguire out of the team and he hasn't started Ronaldo, and Man United have looked a far superior team. You know, to Ten Hag's credit, you know, he has made 6 signings as Manchester United manager, recommended Tyrell Malacia in, Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Antony and Martin Dubravka. Manchester United have spent over 200 million this year. Ten Hag's also got rid of players as well, but despite that, you know, Ten Hag is still inheriting, you know, players from other managerial eras. You know, Ten Hag replaced Rangnick earlier on this year. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of an additional year. You know, he's Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Ten Hag obviously was the one that recommended Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren in. They've been working alongside Ten Hag. We've got Benny McCarthy at the club. We have John Murtough. John Murtough is our director of football. Richard Arnold, he's our CEO. He replaced Ed Woodward when Woodward resigned. Of course, the Glazers, they're still at Manchester United. We've got to get the Glazers out of the club because they've been a massive problem for a long time. For a long time now, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. Earlier on this year, it said the Glazer family are open to selling a minority stake in Man United. You know, they've owned the club since 2005, so they've owned the club now for around 17 years. You know the news regarding Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is interested in a $4 billion offer for Man United to take over from the Glazers. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if he is appointed in, wants to recommend Luis Campos to Man United. Luis Campos is the PSG director. So Jim Ratcliffe is one of Britain's richest men. He's a billionaire worth 15 billion. Earlier on this year, Elon Musk joked about buying the club. And earlier on this year, it said Michael Knighton was preparing a bid to buy the club from the Glazer family. And as you all know, Ferguson came back to Manchester United in an advisory role. But I do think this season Man United are going to enjoy a pretty good season. You know, if we can finish in the top 4 this season, I'd turn around and say, yeah, Erik Ten Hag's enjoyed a good first season as United manager. Then obviously build from that. If he was to win a trophy as well as finishing in the top 4, that would be even better. You know, Man United have not won a domestic trophy since 2017. The last time we won the Premier League was back in 2013, which is almost 10 years ago now. The players that have departed the club this year, of course, we saw Bailly go out on loan to Marseille. Ethan Laird went out on loan to QPR. Amad Diallo Traore went out on loan to Sunderland. Hannibal Mejbri went out on loan to Birmingham City. Alex Telles went out on loan to Sevilla. Dean Henderson went out on loan to Forest. Lee Grant left earlier on this year. Jesse Lingard joined Nottingham Forest on a 3 transfer. Matic left. Pogba left. Juan Mata left on a free, Cavani left on a free earlier on this year. Man United, of course, sold James Garner to Everton. We sold Andres Pereira. And quite a few young players left. And like I said, more players will leave Manchester United next year. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.